Guys, good evening. My name is Emmy and I make lifestyle videos. So guys, if you're watching me for the first time, I'd like to give you a warm welcome, and I like to say I talk about everything, like just about anything, and basically issues, problems that affect me, affects people around me, affect the society. So guys, that being said, I like to talk about my service here, like my service experience in the northeast Bauchi state of Nigeria, to be precise. So, guys, since it's a year-long experience, I like to just um, limit them, or let me not say limit them. I like to talk about them like in four aspects: in the aspect of food, the dressing, the language, and like the behavioral pattern, like how the behaviors they affected me as a person. So guys, let me start with food. So like being someone who comes from Akwa Ibom State, to be precise, I was skeptical. Honestly, I was thinking, like, when I get there, what will I eat? Am I going to like the food? Am I like, what will I see? What will I, like, I was thinking, am I going to, blend with the kind of food I'll see there? Will I like it? Will my taste buds, So these are some of the questions that ran through my mind. But I just thought, okay, when I get there, I'll eventually know if I would like this or if I won't. So, guys, I did, I got there, and there were some stuffs I could find something similar to what I was eating here. Stuff like egusi soup and vegetable soup and okra and maybe white soup. There were some things I could make there, some ingredients I could find there in the market that I could make things similar to what I was eating down here. So I mean, I had to make do with the things I could find. Then other stuffs like maybe atama soup, what some people call mbanga soup, and editan soup, soups that are very typical to Akwa Ibom State and maybe Cross River and the neighboring environs. So I couldn't make stuff like that, like atama or banga soup, editan soup, bitter leaf soup, um, ekpan kukwo, and maybe fisherman soup, stuff like that that were very typical down here, because sometimes I couldn't find the matching ingredients, like things that I could really sum it up and say, okay, I found everything that I can use for this. Sometimes I could find some things, but not everything, and that kind of, just discouraged me. I didn't want to do, half done kind of something or half meat kind of stuff. So I just decided to just let it go. After all, it's just for, I mean, service is just for, it's just for what, 11 months. It's not even up to a year. So I mean, to just be some months that I won't eat those types of things. And honestly, it didn't bother me like that anyway. Even though I did crave for these things. I can't say I didn't crave for these things, but at some point I just let it slide. Like, I let it go. It's not that if I don't eat these things, I'm not. So that's that for food. Then concerning, let me talk about the kind of foods I got to adapt to. The two, I mean, if you've at least mingled with Northerners for a bit, or maybe more traveled people, you know something called tuwo eba, that's made with there's one that's made with corn flour, there's one that's made with rice, there's two that's made with rice, there's two that's made with corn. At least those were the two I really got to eat. I know there's other ones anyway, but I didn't really get to explore those ones. I mean, this, as much as I just like these two, I just stuck there. I didn't want to swim further, so I just stopped there. because I found out I really liked the corn flour, like the corn too. I really liked that type of eba, and the rice one was okay. I just the corn one was just that was like my best type of eba. So I just stuck there and I didn't bother myself anymore. So guys, concerning the eba, there that was what I really that was the one I really liked. Then concerning the soup, I liked the cooker soup. Guys, if you've made cooker soup, or if you can make cooker soup, if you can make there's a way they do it. If you can do it well, make it draw, make it so it's like something like okra soup, but not really like okra. It's more like it's darkish in color and it has a bit of draw that comes with it. So if you can do it well, guys, that soup is the bomb. But if you have things to put inside it, then you take it with your corn flour, like your um tuo masara. That's what it's called. If you can make it like that, then guys, it's lovely. I'm saying this, but guys, it's really if you can make it well, it's really nice. Then that's the aspect of food. Uh, the grainy foods, or let me say the spoon foods, like rice, beans. Yeah, they were nice. And in Bauchi State, there's a lot of meat, meat products, like suya, and just basically meat that you can eat, roasted meat and all of that. They do a lot of livestock and growing of meat and all that. So guys, yeah, I like the meat, the eatables, and yeah, that's that for grains and eatables. So guys, I also like to talk about the I like to talk about the drinks. If you've been to the north, you should know by now that drinks there, drinks there are like I don't know, drinks are like food served to them. All these kunu this, kunu that, all the types of kunu. Kunu comes in like different types. There's the one of geda, which has to do with groundnuts. There's kunu that's made with rice and mixed with groundnuts. There's all types of kunu. But guys, I got to like the one that's made with groundnuts, and that's called kunu geda, and it's thick. It's just like it's here. It feels like you are drinking thick but watery akamu, like thick but still watery kind of akamu. Has this kind of groundnutish, starchy taste. I don't really know how to describe it, but if you've taken kunu geda before, you can feel it. So guys, that's that for drinks anyway. Then I feel like I really talked and talked and talked on food. I would like to get into the area of dressing. So guys, being someone who comes from the south, I would say the dressing didn't really affect me anyway, except maybe you're dressing indecently. If I mean it's just normal. It's just normal if you've been around a lot of northerners or maybe Muslims, um you would know, like, they are just huge on the dressing thing, covering yourself, looking decent and all of that. Even if you wear short stuff, just don't let it expose you too much. Don't let it just, like, don't let it feel like you are trying to break the law or something. Just, even if you want to wear your stuff, just don't make it too short or too exposing, or just yeah, just that, just dress decently. I didn't really feel much concerning the dressing anyway. I didn't feel attacked. I didn't feel pressured. I just knew the most I had to do was just dress, like just try and look decent. And yeah, that was that. Though, I mean, if you are a Muslim, you would know about the long gowns, the hijabs, and all that. So even if you are not a Muslim, you should just try and dress decent so that you don't look too different or too outstanding from what they are trying to do. So for the dressing part, yeah, that was that. So I've talked about food, I've talked about dressing. I want to talk about the language barrier and how it affected me anyway. So, guys, in Bauchi State, to be precise, the the dominant language you really hear people speak, like you really get to hear people like really use in communicating, is the Hausa language. And yeah, guys, I got to learn. I got to learn. They do have their indigenous languages. They have their subsects, sub dialects. I think that's what I should call it. So they do have their sub dialects and smaller languages, but they don't really, since you might speak it here and you get over to some local government, and some people don't get what you're saying. So instead of that, just use the Hausa, where almost everywhere you go, people tend to understand what you're saying. So I would say Hausa was the major language, and if you could speak Hausa, or at least you could understand to some extent the major stuff, like maybe greeting, how to buy stuff, how to ask for price, how to tell maybe directions or time. If you can understand maybe those basic stuffs, I don't feel like you didn't really have a problem, or you didn't really have issues. But even if you didn't understand the language, you can use your English language. But mostly in areas where maybe like the more urban areas where there's more, more educated and more, seasoned kind of people. But if you got to maybe like rural areas, if you were being posted to maybe the rural areas or like the local kind of areas, you would find English a bit of a problem. Though you still find people anyway who can speak English, but it won't flow as effectively as in more urban areas anyway. But I would say the Hausa was the one stop. That one is understood everywhere. Even if you go to areas that is more urban, people still understand Hausa. So, but if you didn't, you can make do with your English and do what you can. So, about the language barrier, that was just it, and how it affected me. That was also how I felt about the language stuff anyway. So, guys, next thing I would like to talk about is maybe their behavioral pattern. I won't really say they were, too perfect, or they were perfect, or they were too bad. I just got to know them just like every other people everywhere. There's the good, there's the bad, there's the educated, non-educated, there's the nice, not nice. There's all types of people everywhere you go. So I didn't really feel that much of. Every time I saw something that stood out, and I was like, oh, I didn't know people here also behave like this. Then I was like, that means they are all human beings after all, just like every other person. So I didn't really notice a particular behavioral pattern that really stuck out to me like abnormal or something. Just yeah, I just really got to know they are more of like simple people. If you attend their occasions, ceremonies in the north, there's not too much energy, too much hype, too much, excess demand for this, that, food, drinks. They were just there. Things were more like a bit toned down, because I think it also has to do with the way the religion has affected the way the people conduct stuff over there. So it's more of, I would say, like the Northerners, the Hausas in general, I would say they are more of a simple. They are more simple, more toned down in the way they do things, which I know some of us have had, must have had knowledge about that type of character by now. So, guys, that's that for the behavioral pattern. And guys, okay, last but not the least, I would like to talk about some of the perceptions which I took over to the north. That some things I learned, things that opened my eyes, things that I didn't know before going to the north, things that I found out, like got to know after I'd gone there. So, guys, I like to talk about the religion aspect. How I got to find out there's just as many Christians in the north as there are here. I mean, not like, I wouldn't say they're as much as the Christians down here in the south, but they're also there. Like they are there. There are many, like not more than the Muslims, but they are definitely there. There's pastors who run church services. There's reverends. No, there's all types. Just the same way that we Christians that we run churches here. That's the same way. Like there's just Christians there too. But I just found out like before I went there, I've been listening, I've been hearing, I've been reading, I've been told anyway that there's Northerners, like that there's Christians over there in the north anyway. But it's kind of like I was just skeptical. I was like, okay, I'm not sure. I don't think that's true. Maybe you're just saying it because you want me to be empathic or something. But guys, I really got there, and I got to see that you know, they are there, and that opened my eyes too. And I mean, this video, I'm not going to be, this is a wide space. It's not every single thing I'm going to be able to recall or remember to share, or just, I mean, I can't read everyone's minds to know what everyone wants me to say anyway. So I'm just compressing this and just highlighting the points that I feel are important and all that. I don't know, maybe there's more I could say, maybe there's I feel like I actually have more to say, but I just feel like I've summarized everything. So guys, if you feel there's any other thing I can talk on, or I can answer on, or I can dwell on, just things I can answer questions about, just do well to leave it in the comment section, and I'll read it. I'll get to write out the answer, so that, I mean, the next time I see you guys, I can talk about it. I can, lay out my mind. So guys, that's just it. That's all I have to say for today. Maybe I would like to talk about this topic again next time. Maybe because I feel like there's a lot of other things I can say. But just do let me know down in the comment section if there's any other thing you want me to talk about, or you want me to answer it. If it's a question, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to do my best. I'm going to answer you. So guys, that's that. So yeah, the one last thing I would like to ask you to do is to just support this channel. You can like this video, you can share it to people. You never know, there's someone out there who's trying to make up his or her mind, who's trying to travel, who's trying to go somewhere, who's trying to see new things and experience life, who's trying to open up their minds, just who's trying to make that tough decision of moving, of maybe going far. Just so you can share this video, you can like it, to support this channel. And yeah guys, you can subscribe very importantly, so that anytime there's a new video, I mean, you should be notified, and you can go on this journey together. I'll be happy to share this space with you. So guys, just like I said, you can like this video, you can share it to whoever, you can subscribe to this channel. And yeah guys, that'll be all for now. So I'll see you next time, and till then guys, be safe, be fine, and God bless. Mwah.